Dress rehearsal. Here we go. Tampa at home against the Lions. Game's on national TV tonight. Tampa's 344 the total. Money for the under. Tampa has injuries to the offensive line. 56 points. 56 points so far in the preseason. Offense has been terrific. And disaster for Detroit so far. Listless performance on offense. They haven't done a nice job. And what are you reading on what Patricia's saying, how he's going to treat this?
Sure. Well, Patricia's talking about this week as being super important. And, you know, given the way the Lions have looked the first 2 weeks, where they've been pushed around on the line of scrimmage, where their offense has really done very, very little. What's Matthew Stafford got? Like 3 completions so far this preseason. Hasn't been much for Detroit. Matt Patricia, quote, "It's definitely a different week than what we've been in. It's a total transformation of mindset, but you also still want to stay in good training camp mode, take advantage of meeting time, and still put the pressure on our team to develop. There's certain areas that, regardless of who we're playing this week, we kind of need to improve on and get better, especially situationally. So we'll try to do a mix of both, but still really try to get the team in regular season mode." Now, the thought process for Detroit, Stafford's going to go out. He's played 3 series so far in the preseason. He expects to play, quote, "go out there and play at a high level, execute well." Obviously, he'd love to go down and get points and play some really good football. We're going to go out there and just try to play the way we've been practicing and execute our offense, play clean football, limit our penalties, all that stuff. So, I mean, Detroit's talking the talk. They haven't played well. Tampa, to me, is a vulnerable favorite tonight. Certainly, you talked about the offensive line issues. That a major concern.
Yep. On Wednesday, 4 of the top 6 offensive tackles were missing. And Dirk Cutter, quote, "Unfortunately, depth at tackles our biggest issue right now." I think as of today, we had 4 of our top 6 offensive tackles who didn't practice. So, yeah, let us see a lot of guys, and some guys we weren't planning on left tackle. You always wish you were able to put your top guys out there all the time. Never going to be that way. We've been fortunate enough what we had in camp is going to be too long-lasting on maybe in our starting players. But again, 56 points scored in the first preseason games. Do you think that'll continue?
Well, the interesting thing is that it's not Cutter calling the plays. It's Todd Monken calling the plays for Tampa. I mean, you know, he is the offensive coordinator, but it's always been Cutter who's doing the play calling. You know, Monken, I'm grateful to have the opportunity. It started in the offseason with being able to call it out here, the quarterbacks hearing your voice, getting used to calling plays. Whether this continues in the regular season, another question entirely. But right now, despite the offensive woes, look, Tampa had offensive line issues last week and in week 1. They've hung 56 points in those 2 ball games. So while I lean towards the Lions here, I haven't put them in my pocket. And then it's probably going to stay in the lean category. Tampa has been able to call good plays for a weak offensive line. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.